All right, welcome back, everybody, to beautiful Laguna Beach Lawn Bowling Club here in Laguna Beach, California. We are here for the first event of the year that we're going to be broadcasting for 2026. This is 2026 Women's Count Fives. The next match we're going to show for you, where we're just rolling the jack to get us started, is between Rita Greenberg and Lisa Coutee against Katja Spangler-Moore and Julie Buchanan. So we have 10 five-women teams here. In round one, they broke up into singles and fours. In round two was pairs and triples. And here in round three, it's also going to be pairs and triples. And we're just getting started. We've already done our trial ins, and here's our first bowl by Lisa. Maybe a yard at most short. There's Julie, recently elected Newport Harbor Lawn Bowling Club president. Pretty good opening bowl there by Julie. Again, this is, as is the international standard, the ladies have moved to the international standard of consistently here in the Southwest of going to 3-bowl pairs and 2-bowl triples. So these matches will be 3-bowl pairs playing to 14 ends. And here's Lisa, just looking at her yard at least. Yeah, pretty good. Really nice there. Very good adjustment to take the shot. And now Julie's second. Over just here. Really should have just kind of kept the same weight, would have been good. No need to have changed anything, especially being down. You want to make sure you're up and into the head. So Lisa now with her third. See if you can keep that weight. Have the same as her last would be really good. No edge on that bowl. Nope. Coming to that bowl. Yeah, that's good. Holding the 2 now. Got on the 2025 U.S. Open pairs with her partner Manya Urane this past November in Sun City, Arizona. There's Julie. Yeah, better. That's very good there. Yeah, cut it to 1. That's well done. Fairly solid bowls for a first end. And once again, here in the booth, I have our producer Gary Barnes, cameraman Steve Darmontes. Kelly Warren has actually taken a break from his walk-around duties. He'll be gone in a bit. He's been going around and giving us, keeping the tabs on all the games that are going on. We'll have a little widget that we'll show you later. There's Rita's first. Kind of plowing into the pile. That worked out and just kind of rolled around and on in for her second shot. Katja trying to get a little piece of the head here and just kind of came through heavy and narrow. Not sure what Reed's going to do for an encore. I agree with Katya's play. I'm just kind of trying to come through and get a piece of the head and see if she can cut it down and arrive on it. She just needs to make another adjustment with her next ones. It's just not bad. A little bit of cover on that side, just in case the jack gets squirrely. But you'll see Katya just make an adjustment. And she's probably playing a jack or bull shot, probably trying to target here, trying to come around through. Yeah. See, even there, she hit her own bull, but it just kind of pushed it on the back with that controlled weight that she's got. Because she can't come really heavy around it because of this bull here. She's got to have like kind of one of those couple yards through, just have enough so that it can make the turn and come around the corner here. The reed would probably just be on the draw. Just trying to get another one in. Okay. Actually made it a little harder now. A little harder for Katya. She might have to switch hands. 3 down now. Yeah, she's eyeballing the other hand. Pretty tough to try and make this shot. I mean, she could just try just the draw if she wanted, but she's tried kind of the little stab on that. That's the one kind of downside is, I mean, you're forcing her to switch hands, but she could try the same shot on this hand now, and it's probably a little easier. She could play any weight she wants, because now she doesn't kind of have these are not really guarding it, these front balls, so she can just come all the way around. She could just do the draw. She could do the jack or bull shot. She could play it with several yards of weight, just whatever she feels comfortable with. I think she'd really like to try and hit one of these 2 bulls. Oh, great try. Really great try. Probably going to be 3 here. Yep, 3. Great start for Rita and Lisa. Just a couple near misses by Katya there at the end. So 3-0. We're playing 14 ends. The pairs and triples and fours were all 14 ends. And the singles went to 18 points. And we showed singles and then the finish of a fours game. And then we had triples earlier in our second game. And now we're having a pairs game for you. All right, here's Lisa's first. Lisa, one of the many people who have adopted the arm, try and help be able to keep you bowling even though if you have bad joints, knees, hips. I'm included in that camp now. And I've heard both camps of people saying, oh, I'm never using that. And I've had other people say, well, just that makes it easier. You're cheating by using that. I'd love for those people to try it because it's a bit of a learning curve. It's usable, but it's a bit of a learning curve to get in with the arm. See if Lisa can get off to a good start here with her second. No, her first rather, after rolling a jack. Second end. I know for somebody like me, as a field bowler, it's kind of a little tough to kind of translate that feel from your arm and hand into using a device. So that's one of the struggles I've been having with it. But coming along, takes a little time like anything else. Julie's first. Not too bad there. A little short, maybe a yard short there. Nice adjustment here. Beautiful ball by Lisa. Very, very good. Like to see Julie be all the way up into the head here with this. Yeah, she's adjusted the weight. It's good. just not taking enough grass. Pretty good weight there, maybe a bull at most short. At least I'm looking to just kind of do it again here. Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. 3 bulls behind, 1 on the jack, 2 in the back. Julie will serve to just kind of like add a yard and just see if she can just get a little piece of the head here. Yeah, again, just a little narrow, just kind of a little fighting the line a little bit here. Really, usually the further you get, these end rinks, it just turns a lot. The more she added, the more it turned, weight-wise. All right. There's Rita looking to get another one. Lisa's left her in pretty good position here. Just trying to draw another in. Pretty good bull here. Yep, another beauty. Holding 2. And see, that's the difference. I mean, Katya could come with weight, but she's got nothing but, this is her furthest back bull. I mean, she's just in a lot of trouble. She doesn't have anything back in here. So she's probably just going to try and, maybe match this bull's weight. I could see her just trying to draw and get second shot, but don't want to be short with this first one if you can help it. Yeah, to me, I guess I would have been playing the first one like kind of this kind of weight as the target, and if I get a piece of it, great. If not, at least I'm not, and if I'm short, if this is the target, and if I'm short, then I'm right there, and long wouldn't be too bad. And I'm sure she'll make an adjustment. We didn't have to do anything different. Yeah, it's really good there. Pretty tight 3, and not that big of a target. Great bowling by both Rita and Lisa. Conte's under a lot of pressure early. Nothing to switch hands here. Well, not far away. Just going to get hung up a little bit, but you might get the promotion. Look at this. Oh, nearly made it all the way down. Even kind of like quote unquote missing, but then she had those bowls that she could use and knocked them all the way up. 2 in a measure, so she got it way up there. And now she could play that hand again if she wants and kind of come on through, or she could switch knowing that she's got this wall that she could come off. Rita just wants another draw again. She rolled 2 beauties. I wouldn't even, if I was Lisa, I wouldn't even let her come down. I would just say, just do it again. Just needs to beat that front bowl. No, didn't quite make it. Still, they're set up pretty good and put one in front. Oh, Kanji's got a choice to make now. Really doesn't want to push that one in. She's got nothing behind. I mean, all 5 of their bowls are here. So she doesn't want to push anything behind if she can help it. That makes it rough. I mean, she could drive at this and make it worse. Her best bet probably is to keep playing this hand and try and push these in and see if she can cut it down from 2 in a measure. If she could push this bull all the way in. I mean, they're trying to see if you can do this draw here, which you could do. I mean, I could see it being there. The danger there is you don't want to push this one in for 4. So you could do that, but now you're talking about Katya's doing the military. She's kind of left, right, left. And that's kind of hard again in its own right of just trying to constantly switch hands. You can't adjust. And everyone's been a different shot. She tried to draw over here. She tried a weighted shot over here. Now she's got to reset and try a draw or weighted shot over here. This is probably more like a draw. She wants to go on this hand again. Yeah, I think that's what she's going to try. again, not a lot of great options here for her. It's got to be really good, even just to cut it down. She could have a great bowl and get no result either from this hand. It just set up her, just Rita and Lisa were just absolutely killed it on this hand. Yeah, didn't quite get there. So it'll be, there's 2 in a measure. So Rita and Lisa will get some more points here with some absolutely spectacular bowling. Yeah, it's 3 more. So 6-0. Great start for Rita and Lisa. They're just playing really well. After 2, scheduled for 14. A big thank you again to Arrow Bowls for letting us use their tent here. Arrow Bowls USA, same line every time. Very kind of Arrow Bowls to be sponsoring us throughout the season, letting us use their tent and table skirts and so on to keep us in the shade, and more importantly, keep the equipment in the shade so it doesn't melt or anything. And it's an absolutely beautiful day here. If there's a breeze, I don't know about it. It's the slightest thing. The trees are pretty still all around. Far cry from what we were dealing with at Long Beach last week, or what I was dealing with, I should say. Right. So Lisa's got the jack all the way at the tee, and I think she's pretty much standing on the 2 meter mark. So this is about as long as it gets here. So again, for those of you who are new, you can see where the jack is, those 2 little dots on either side. So the jack can be no further than that. So that's 2 meters out, measured from the edge of the plinth. There's 2 meters to that spot. And so if the jack, while you're setting the jack, goes too far, then it gets but in play, but not out of bounds, then it gets respotted to that spot before you get started. And similarly, if the jack gets moved out of bounds, the rule we have in this tournament and most tournaments now is that it gets reset also to the 2 meter mark. So, and it's usually marked with the T. We have it with 3 dots here, so if you hear the 2 meter mark or the T, those are the same thing. All right, Lisa was a little heavy with hers. I think she's just barely up. And Julie with hers has gone into the ditch. Lisa's maybe 6 inches from going in. Both ladies need to take a couple yards off here. That's all right, Steve. Pretty good adjustment there by Lisa. Just maybe 2 feet short. See what Julie can do here. Just needs to hold up a little. Okay, better bowl there. Good. Both ladies made adjustments. This looks like she's trying to apply the brakes to her bowl virtually. Just ticked the jack. Little unlucky, but I mean, again, she was heavy and narrow when she was holding, and so it related to jack movement and not in her favor. So now it's Coutee and Julia that are holding one. Julie could just play the same bowl. And Julie just wants to make sure she avoids that front bowl. And she's a little heavy again. I think that one went in the ditch as well. A little bit rough for the ladies in this with this kind of newer, longer length. If you wanted to see the results, they are posted on the Southwest Division website, swlawnbowls.org. You can easily find from there the results. I think they've had the first game has been put up on the chart because they took a break at lunch, so but then they'll put up the finishing ones after this one's over. All right, here's Rita's. Pretty good bowl here. Oh, looked good. I was looking at the wrong bowl. She's a little short. You can see our fancy new widget that we got going on that Steve and Gary developed, and that Kelly is taking time out of his day to walk amongst the various ranks to show the scores. So we have that in the upper left-hand corner here. It's our new feature that the gentlemen have added for the broadcast for the year, so you can see some of the other matches. So if you're wanting to know what's going on with any of your friends or neighbors or family members, what have you, you can see the scores there. Here's Coutee holding one. This is their first time first time drawing while holding. And she's come up pretty short, which is okay. I mean, better that than just come crazily through the head. All right, here's Rita. No, just between the bowl and the jack there. All right, Coutee looking to add one. It probably needs about 3 yards. She kind of had a little feeler with the first one. Hopefully she'll make the adjustment. Come up short again, unfortunate. Rita's probably going to try and take another stab. She can afford to whack this bowl if she wants. She's switched hands trying to get a draw here. Push that one closer, but not close enough. It's still Buchanan is still holding one. And Coutee is just free draw. Anything within a yard probably gives her another shot. I bet money this one's going to be closer. Yeah, is it going to stay? I think it's good enough. We'll see. Looks like it's 2, but they're double checking. She's not far away. Two it is. Coutee makes her free throw. Good for her. And that cuts into the lead, so now it's 6-2. After 3 ends, playing 14 ends. This final game that we'll be broadcasting here from Laguna Beach Lawn Bowling Club. The Cal Fives. And again, I'm looking on the scoreboard right now, and they just took a break at lunch, and so they'd only played the first round of games, so they only have those 2 that are up on the chart at the moment. So, but after this game's over, they'll put everything in and probably get the results down. I know we have a 2.5-hour time limit in this match. I think everybody's been safely finishing. I've not seen too many games that have kind of strung on. I think most of the games were on their last end when people were finishing, so I don't think there's anything that's going to drag out anywhere. Let's see if Julie can get him off to a good start. Got a little bit shorter this time. Definitely not end to end here. Decent opener there. There's maybe a couple feet short is all. And this is just so nice and smooth with that arm. It's good to see. Just got a nice little rhythm with it. It just needs to see both ladies make an adjustment. Lisa had great weight, but just kind of missed the line a bit. See if both ladies can make a good adjustment here. Pretty good by Julie. Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, Coutee like that will come into a couple yards through there. That's okay. See if Lisa probably just keep out on your line, take the grass, and keep that same weight. And just kind of taking that little quarter stride or so. Pretty good here. Look at this bull. Oh, very nicely done. Nearly got it clean for the drag for two. But still holding as it went dead sideways. And I think, yeah, I agree. I think Concha's got the right idea of just trying to play on this hand. Coming through this bull, I think, is the target. I think you're playing through this bull. If you happen to be a little narrow and you come to this bull, okay. If you hit this one, that's great. Even if you tap on this one in the front, there's a lot of good that can happen as long as you have good weight and you're on that hand. Yeah, very good there. Well, really well done. Lisa, having been here with her last one, she kind of needs to. She could keep the same weight and tighten it, which would end up being over here, which would be okay, and getting a piece of it. Or she could get back to this first weight, just kind of play that ball again, and yeah, I think she had the right idea. I think she was. I mean, I'm guessing. I don't know what's going on in her head, but based on her being on this line, looked like she was trying to play a jack or bolster on this hand, which is fine if she would have kept this same weight. But because she added the extra weight, she went all the way around everything. But again, that's also a natural reaction because she was thinking king, jack or bull with this. So again, this is me just guessing based on what I see. And that's very natural to do, even though it's like the same bull. That's why you can't think. The thought should be, I'm just going to do the same bull, the same stroke, and just change the line. And Coutee now holding one. I think she's probably playing that same thing, trying to play through that bull. Yeah, that's real good there. Really good there. Great weight. Just a touch narrow. Want to build on there. Raiders just was absolutely unconscious on that second end. See if she can keep it going on this fourth end and play the same direction. Yeah, a little short and narrow there. Unfortunate. Yeah, okay. Julia said that Katya is in for two. I still think Katya should play that hand. She should be all around that ball. And if anything, that maybe gives her a guide to make sure she makes it around. Yep, that's what Julie's calling for, and I agree. And if they could get this one and kind of roll it out, then they're sitting for four. Just wants to keep that same weight, take the grass, and be all the way around that ball. Yep. And she's just kind of missed under it, sitting. Okay. Now Rita being down, she wants to make sure she's up into this head. Yeah, I don't think Rita will miss short twice. Just slid it by. Kind of push that one further away. Both ladies actually pushed their own bowl away, so Julie's giving it a look. Yeah, it's 3 now. So if I'm hitting this ball, and luckily coming across the head and hitting that ball, it brought this one in and this one in for 3 now. So everything in this little triangle is 3. Thought you're probably just trying to draw again to this bowl here. Take the grass to get all the way around. Don't want to hit this ball in front. Want to avoid and come around. Pretty good effort. Maybe a touch heavy, I think is all. Alright. Big time for Rita to cut this down here. In 3 down. And she can draw, get shot, or she could pick up the jack. She could get 4 if she manages to pick up the jack and drag it in there. And it just came a little narrow. Yeah. It's probably going to be 3 here now. Let's see if they are right. Yep, 3 it is. Wow. Just like that, it's 6-5. After 4, playing 14 ends. Sometimes you see this in games where it's just like somebody's distance is just good for somebody else. That's why you play the distance that you're liking, and hopefully it's. And sometimes you can have big numbers like this where just big swings. And, we haven't had a 1 yet in this game. I think Julie's brought the mat up a little bit. Coutee offering for something that would end up being like a medium length here. Yep. Yeah, even though it's maybe 3 yards short of the 2 meter mark there. Yeah, that'd be what I guess, 3 meters or so. But because she's got the mat up, it's more like a medium length. Okay. 4 ends down, 6-5. Yeah, really good start here. Really good start here. Oh, A plus result. I don't think you could put a bowl in any better than you want. Just having all but a toucher there. I think Coutee is marking it, so it must have touched it. That's a primo bowl there by Julie. Very hard to dislodge a back toucher. You can't just hit it and get jack movement. You have to crack the egg. Great bowl there. And you don't want to be afraid of it. You're better off being like a couple feet behind or a yard behind. I'd rather you move it than your opponent. This is very good again. Lisa's wasn't bad, but whew, Julie's putting a new standard here. I wonder if Lisa's going to switch hands. Oh, sticking with that hand. I mean, she's playing it pretty well. Trying to make it all the way in here. Well, nice effort there. Really good ball. Very solid third. I think Coutee would love to see Julie do it again. See if we could just put it into those 2 bowls. 2 absolutely stunning bowls. Even if she floats it behind is okay. I like this a lot. Not being short and just not being afraid of it. I see too often where somebody puts in a great bowl and they come up short. She's just played it all the way through and got something in the back. Nothing wrong with that. Just a couple yards behind. All right, Lisa's going to take another stab at this. Main thing for Lisa is not to be short here, and she's not. Again, another good effort. Good bowls by 6 really good bowls actually by these ladies, but Julie just a whole other level on that end. Interesting to see if Coutee wants to add to it or protect first, because I mean it's going to be hard to get here, but there is this little pocket here of 3 that Rita could make use of, and Rita's not afraid to come with weight. So I think if it's me, I just be trying to draw and get another one in. I think maybe the first ball wouldn't be terrible to target this, just because you love this position. It's just so sweet. I think you might as well just target this ball, see if you can get that. I think that's what I'd be thinking, because you really don't want to kind of just be crashing into the head when it's set up so nicely. Yeah, so it's kind of a, yeah, you can see in that reaction. So it's kind of good news, bad news. The good news is you put in another one and you got 3. Bad news is you kind of hit the jack and you kind of made their shot for them and kind of freed it a little bit. So, but it is 3, and you're putting the pressure on Rita to try and make a shot here. And now what? I mean, they do have this one already behind, so you don't really have to worry about that. You could just, I mean, Coutee could just draw again on that hand and just make it 4. You know, you take the trade-off. You take the trade-off of get another one in the head here, I think. I mean, if you've already freed it, you might as well take advantage of just try and keep drawing and get points in here. Hitting that ball will be okay. All right, kind of takes away this little bit of this triangle in case it gets through here, because you see Rita's kind of been stabbing at it. See if Rita's going to try and take another stab again. Yep. Again, when somebody's stabbing, then you know you get the position is fine, and she's Coutee set up pretty nicely. So now it's just like make them pay. If you're gonna stab, then I'm gonna put a bunch of balls in the head and make it costly for you if you miss. So I think Coutee just wants to probably drop a couple yards and just put one in there. I like to tell my partners what's better than 3. Just a nice draw, just all the way up to it. Julie likes it. Just sit down. Just a little heavy, but actually pretty good position there. So if Rita tries to stab again and hits the jack, now they've got a couple over here on this side. Rita really should be just trying to draw in this little cup here. See if she's taking the pace off it. Yeah, she has. Pretty good bull there. I think she's, well, we'll see. It's a good effort. I mean, I would love to see her add like a yard and come to this bull, but she didn't get shot, but we'll see if she cut it down. It's a good effort regardless. Coutee and Julia is going to get the point on this end. Just how many? I mean, if Rita cut it down from 3, then she's done her job. Looks like, not sure if that's 2 out for the score. I guess we'll find out when they're finished. 2. All right. So Coutee and Julie get another 2. 7 in these last 3 ends after spotting 6 points in the first 2 to go up 7 to 6 after 5. We have a little update, as you can see, with our widget in the corner here of all the games that are going on currently. Kind of keep those updated as we go along. It's kind of like a little snapshot, as you can see. I mean, this game just finished the 5th end, and it's right here, and there's that game, so, or the game you're watching. So it's kind of a snapshot moment in time, but to give you an idea of some of the other games that are going on right now. Brought to you by Steve Narmontes and Gary Barnes, Kelly Warren, who's given up his Saturday to come out here and just give you these scores. All right, this game really turned on a dime here. Julie's just absolutely been stroking it. Alright, see if Julie can keep her hot play going. Just a couple yards through there. Right. And they're kind of, I think they're playing like the same stretch of grass. I think Coutee, they'd be kind of like where the jack is now is where they were putting the mat, and then they put the mat where the head was, and just trying to play in that same stretch of grass. That's what I think they're trying to do. So not bad. Looking to main thing I think for Julie is just to drop these couple yards here. It's pretty good here. Is it going to make it all the way in? About a yard short. We'll see if Lisa can make her pay for that. She's got plenty of room. Her weight was pretty good. Maybe a foot short. Okay, I was a little short there. Unfortunate. I guess we were due for this. The ladies on the front end has just been spectacular. We're due for something a little loose. See if Julie can get one in here. That's kind of been the story. Like the front end has just been kind of just rolling. Yeah, there's a good ball. Not bad there. Just maybe a yard at most behind, a couple feet. Either trying to block everything out for Lisa. And consequently for you at home. See if Lisa can make it all the way. Don't think it's going to do it. She hit her own bull in front. Not sure a shot, but a little bit of a loose head here for the ladies. Playing pretty well here, the first 5 ends. I think it's in a little bit of a different position. So. But a lot of room for the skippers to draw. Alright. Well, Coutee's got her choice. She could play her favorite hand. Pretty wide open here. And I think she, don't defer backhand. Kind of slightly narrow hand. Just trying to float it all the way through everything and have good weight and get in for a shot. If she slips these front ones, she'll be in there. Probably just did it. That should be shot. If she's not one, it's 2 at the very least. She's definitely holding. Rita's going the other way. Again, still plenty of room to draw for her. Same thing, just needs to slip those. Just coming up short. Yeah, so could see that, just about a yard short. See if Coutee can avoid these bulls in front. She's flirting with them. A little touch of the jack wouldn't hurt. Yeah, that's pretty good there. Again, she was probably a little heavy and narrow than she wanted, but it worked out. Got the piece of the jack to make it 3. So I'm pretty sure it's 3. This was Rita just kind of attacking there, and just kind of, she got one out and trickled in. She hit one of the front bulls, then trickled in for second shot. You could see it right here. You kind of had Lisa coming the way, but here's the last bull delivered. She kind of hit that bull and knocked it all the way back to here. Coutee could play the same thing. She does have this path, but I think this is much more open now. So I think she's just going to opt for playing the clean hand and try and keep a similar weight. Yeah, that should be 3. Right now it's up to Rita again. Really just wants to kind of draw in here, get to these 2 bulls here on this hand. Just kind of trying to get to there. Lisa's nodding like she likes it. Again, just a little heavy. Wow, that should be 3 more. They're going to double check. Yep, 3 it is. So that makes 10-6 now. 10 points in the last 4 ends. After 6, 10-6. Haven't seen a 1 yet. We've seen 4 threes in this game. It's a nice drag by Katya. Just skirting around those front poles. Just coming clean and picking up the jack and dragging it into no man's land. Oh, you see Julie kind of putting the pretty close to where the head was, and just kind of playing back and forth in this same stretch of grass here. If anything, might be a little bit shorter. At least that's where Katya's setting up. Julie's throwing it much further than that. Yeah, just stayed in. Just stayed in, so it's going to be on the tee. It's just not exactly what Katya wanted. She wanted to keep staying in that jack location. Steve's gone crazy with the zoom. I was going to say, was there a quarter out there, Steve? You're trying to make a little money on the side? All right. Well, there's kind of a little bit of a loose jack, and this is kind of more what Rita and Lisa were playing. It's something a little longer, so we'll see if this ends up costing Katya and Julie. And it's not starting off good with the first ball in the ditch. Again, that's what I try and tell my students is that jack control is very important. It's a very underappreciated skill for people who are leads and playing singles. And here's Lisa, her first. As Rita's went in the ditch, Lisa's is in play, about 4 feet behind, just off your screen. See if Julie can get back. Drop a couple yards here, probably 3 yards off would be good. Yeah, just in for shot there. Probably about a yard, big yard through. Let's see if Lisa can make the adjustment here. Very nicely done here. Very nicely done. Great adjustment there. And Julie made a good adjustment on her second. See if you can make another good adjustment on her third. Get a nice close second. A good shot out of it. A little heavy. Probably set it up a little bit better. Push that one not that much closer, but probably be easier for her partner to see. I think Lisa doesn't need to be afraid of it. Just anything, just adding a foot from her last. A couple feet to be okay. Yeah, didn't need to. Sometimes you do that. You just kind of over-adjust or feel the need to adjust, and you don't really need to. Just want to keep the same stroke and just have the same ball. Alright, so a crossover. And Rita and Lisa holding one. And down 4 on the board. The Coutee will be up first. I've genuinely lost track of how many national championships Coutee has. I think it might be 13. I think all in pairs and all with different partners. I think she's won like with 4 different partners. Truly, Coutee Spangler-Moore, one of the future Hall of Famer. Alright, see what you can do here. Nothing wrong with being a little heavy with the first one, just to make sure that she's arriving. She put her bowl in the ditch, unfortunately. I got a little chip on another bowl. And still, she's got a couple seconds to deal with that she can play with. Rita looking to get another one in the head here. She's pretty heavy, gonna have to get fortunate. Yeah, lucky to stay in play there, but still just be one. We took one of the seconds out. And you're seeing the head kind of loosen with this new length. You see the head kind of loosening. This looks like a pretty good bull here. Trying very hard here. Trying very hard here. Oh, great effort. Everything but the result. She hits the inside half of that bull. She's in for shot. She happens to hit just barely the outside, like 40% of it. Rita needs to take some pace off. Get a nice draw in here. Not far away here. Wants to sit on that bull. Yeah, might have done it. Definitely got 2. Julie's saying there's 2, so she got 2 out of it. Alright. Big shot in the match right here. Can Coutee get the inside of this bull? Oh, she hit the outside again. Oh. Nice try. Now you've got Rita who just needs to draw. She got a free throw. Just needs to beat that blue ball on the left. Anything inside, anything in this range, anything beating this bull here will add another point to the count, and they really could use it. It's very heavy again. Oh, wow. And she might have taken one out. That's the last thing you want to do, really. They're going to keep one. But they were pretty sure they were holding 2. And now it's just 1. Trying to get another one. But, well, it's 1 though still. We got our first one. So it'll be more Buchanan 10, Greenberg Coutee 7 at the halfway point. And if you're liking our broadcast, we really appreciate it if you would give us a like or a subscribe. Doesn't cost you anything, and makes us more appealing for sponsors and gets the word out about our channel. So hopefully you're enjoying the coverage, you're enjoying the bulls, and drop us a subscription. Doesn't cost you anything, and you'll get, if you turn on notifications, and you know when we're going live next with our next match. Here's our next broadcast, Mr. Producer, sir. This is the Southwest Open in late April. So we'll be broadcasting, I think, from here exclusively. Here in Newport. I know the men are going to be at Long Beach, but we're not going out there. Oh, geez. Okay. We're going to be all over the world, apparently. But our next... Our next broadcast is going to be in late April for the Southwest Open. Um, I'm not sure if we're going to be doing every day. I think the original plan was just to do the finals, but and we'll probably just do the women. So the men, so for the Southwest Open, we do singles, pairs, and fours, and for men and for women. I think we'll be broadcasting the women exclusively. The men are going to be out at Long Beach the whole time, which they like and they prefer. We're a little home based here near Laguna Beach and Newport, and so we're going to be sticking around this area and broadcasting the women's events in April. So something to look forward to. All right, a couple bowls in. Lisa's got a nice first one. Julie's is not too bad, just needs to make the adjustment. Lisa came got a little off her line with her second. And here's Julie. Really just wants to kind of clamp down on the line here. Yeah, not bad. A little heavy. A little heavy there. Lisa's just trying to encourage her to finish on this side. She's been narrowed twice. Yeah, she cut the line a little short though. But they're holding one still, so. Looking for Julie to come on in here. Coutee really wants her to find that bowl if you can. Pace looks pretty good. Just wants to get on the inside half of it. Well done. Great bowl there. Beauty. Beautiful bowl by Julie Buchanan. Now they're holding one and pretty good position being on that side. So I think with the holding one, Rita, I mean, she could play this way in the draw. She could, but I think the better play is to come this way and kind of play about this kind of weight, say, and just kind of jack her bowl. And that way she won't give it away if she happens to hit something, hits her own. Yeah, I think it's just a little heavy. Yeah, I think you're better off. I mean, that's several yards through. You're better off just playing this little overdraw here. Katya might play that same hand and just kind of trying to arrive on this pile here. She can afford to since he's holding. Just have that be the thought. But with her, just trying to do the overdraw, she's just trying to arrive on this pile. And she's got holding, and if you hit that ball, then maybe it's just one in, one out. Very nice draw there by Katya. Beautiful. Rita needs to, I think, throttle back a little bit. Think more like this. That way, if you hit this ball, it's not just totally clobbering it. This is much better effort here. Come on all the way in and through. Yeah, there we go. Great adjustment. But more on a draw, I think. I don't know if she was trying the draw or trying to come through it this way, but I think she'll take it for sure. So one for Greenberg and Coutee right now. Down 3 on the board. Got you with 2 seconds. Just would love to have a little action on that ball to get the jack to move. Or push that ball all out of there. Needs to slide past that ball in front. Yeah, she's got an interesting little redirect, but I think she was close. If she would have been clean through, I think she might have got it. Not quite. Read again. Give it another go here. Trying to draw. Really well done again. Yeah, just kind of dislodged a little bit, but they're still holding the one at least. And it probably looks a little bit better for Katya. She could probably see it now. Probably still won, but much better position now for Rita. She traded to get that nice position behind. The interesting choice. I mean, she played this hand twice already. So she could play this hand again and either hit the bull or still the jack. And because they have this bull back here, she could pick whatever way she wants. Anything, I mean, she's probably going to have to bend it, so it's probably going to have to be, something like that, just to make sure to get it out of there. She could, if she wants, also play this hand. The danger I see is if she hits the outside of this jack and have it trickle down here and go 2 down. I mean, the main thing is you don't want to make it worse. So if she's going to play this way, she come here off this bull, hit this, and have it go out or in, and then maybe a little action on the jack to this way. So I can see either hand. Both have got their pluses and minuses. But they definitely had a thought. Looks like she's going to play this same hand here, and I think she's going to just try and come across and play a jack or bull shot. Ideally the bull, because they do have the 2 seconds, I think. Alright, here she goes. Just needs to slip this one in front. Not far away. Oh, man. Not far away. It was close. If she could have just slipped that bull in front. Not quite. So it's probably going to be one more. One more for Greenberg and Coutee, I think. So that'll make it 10-8 after 8. We had a couple ones now. After these ladies were trading haymakers early. Okay, got the scoreboard fixed. It's 10-8 after 8. Just double checking. I think they were trying to go long with it, and now Lisa's the one that has put the jack into the ditch. So I think we'll see Julie try and come up. And again, you see how important the jack control is. I mean, really, that's when this turned was when Julie put the jack as where Coutee was kind of wanting to go a little more short middle, short medium here. And then Julie kind of leaned into it a little bit too much, put it at the 2 meter mark, and now Lisa's done the opposite, trying to go long to get to their length, and she's thrown it too hard. Kind of made it to the 2 meter mark. So this is kind of back again to the, I think, well, it's not the same because they've got the mat up a little bit, but it's still not exactly what they wanted. And we got the update on the scoreboard there, so you can see all the games that are currently in progress. And our creation by Steve and Gary here with Kelly, our roving reporter, walking around and updating everything on his little tablet. Well, beautiful bull there, wow. And a little toucher. Nice bull there by Lisa. Great start, spectacular start. Alright, here's Julie trying to match her. Not bad there. I like the weight. Nothing wrong with that. Just about a yard through. Maybe 4 feet. Alright, Lisa changed nothing out of the instant replay, please. Great bull. And another With a good bowl, would prefer to see her on the other side. I think a good thought is just like take some more grass. And most take off your yard. Pretty close here. Good effort here. Beautiful adjustment by Julie Buchanan. Yeah, that's shot too. Very well done. Lisa will be switching over here. I think Lisa just really kind of leaned into that one. I think this was going in a ditch. It is. Julie's, I think she wants to find that bowl if she can. I think holding one, you'd be better off. Make a small adjustment and come to this bowl would be ideal. Yeah, pretty good there. Nothing wrong with that. We've got two in the back. All right, so Greenberg will take the mat, down two in the match and down one in the head. 6 ends to go here. All right. We're just trying to jack her bowl shot, I think, here with having a couple seconds. Just kind of missed her line a little bit, but got a back bowl out of it. So again, Rita just was trying to come through, either hit the jack or hit the bowl. And it just kind of hung out on her, and she was over here. Coutee, I think, is going to be drawing to this bowl here. She can afford to draw through this bowl here, and if she misses, then she'll have good position here, or even the happy miss of hitting on this side of the jack and having it go this way or kind of in this direction to where her bowls are right here. I think that would be a good play, is kind of targeting like right in this spot and targeting this bowl. Yeah, so you can see that weight was pretty good. I mean, she was in the kind of vicinity, and she got another one behind now. Rita, I think, needs to take off a little pace, because her concern is if she comes really heavy, she could take her own ball out or hit the jack back here. She really just wants to kind of have controlled weight. This is much better here. Yeah, that's well done. Very good by Rita Greenberg. Very well done. Turn that head right over. Could be two. Coutee, again, now it's changed. Now Coutee wants to just kind of have the jacker ball shot on his hand. Trying to drag it, either get rid of that ball or drag that jack back in here would be great. Yeah, I don't know if she was one to. It was pretty heavy there. I didn't think it's I mean, they do have three back here. There's three bulls back here, so she might have been thinking I'm just gonna kind of have a drive at it and see if I can hit anything. And just kind of miss the line. You can see the pocket she's got back there. Rita could either do the draw here. Yeah, a little fortunate rub. That barely stayed up, so there's one more back there. Rita might have been better off just trying to target this ball in this hand and just trying to come into here or slipping into here. Now this is very dangerous now, and a great opportunity for Coutee. Coutee just come right on through here, pick up the jack, and drag it to here for 5. Come in with pace. Oh, well, that's really unlucky. I mean, she missed it by a bit, but man, to kick that one dead sideways in for two. Whew. Well, and she had it. It was there. You just couldn't make it happen. So now we're all tied again. 10-10 after 9, and this 14 end game is now a 5 end game. All right, back here for our 10th end of schedule 14. Kind of gone a little bit more of a medium length with the jack a little further back. Lisa with a reasonably good opener, not too bad. 4 feet behind. Still plenty of room for Julie. It's been a streaky game. Rita and Lisa getting 2, and then 2 ends getting 6 points. Katya and Julie the next 4 ends getting 10 points. And now Rita and Lisa have got 4 points over the last 3 ends to knot it at 10. Great bull there by Julie. Lisa wants to take some more grass here. Probably keep the same weight. It would be fine. Just a little short. I wonder what, given where she left it, if Julie's gonna switch hands. No, sticking with it, and just Katya's just having her just take a touch more grass here, so she can float around the white pole in front. She managed to just slip underneath it and get 2 now. 2 pretty good bowls by Julie. Or if Lisa's going to play this same hand here, just trying to slip it between those 2 bowls. Or I think she's switching over. Yeah, switching over. Trying to either promote her own or slide around it. Get in. The main thing is try and get good weight here. This looks really good here. Is it going to stop? Oh, great bowl. Looks like it's in for shot, and that's well done. Julie might be switching over. Coutee may be having her switch over here. She's giving her a choice. Again, because she's played 2 really good on that hand, Coutee is willing to give up a chance at the jack or bull promotion shot, and instead having her partner just make a small correction on the hand she's already been playing, just to get a 3rd bull in the head, increase the chance of getting 3rd bull in the head. And just tell Julie, just keep coming, keep the same weight, keep playing positive. And it just happens to be a little short there. She has a yard on that hand, she'd be right in for a shot. So. All right. So now here's Rita holding 1. Doesn't want to push anything in. It's a little bit of a dangerous to play this hand. She can't be narrow here. So I think if Rita's playing that hand, I mean, Rita's got this bull that's her own that she could push in if she plays this way. But she's opted instead to play this way. But the main thing is, I mean, to draw to here and not push this one in. And, just being over there is not good. So I think Katya is probably, she really should be playing this hand. She could push this one up or jack or bull shot here. I think she'd be good to play with like kind of this kind of weight, something back in here. And hopefully getting some action on the bull, the jack, or her own bull in front. Yep, that's what she's set up for. All right, here we go. And kind of wants to slide between those two bulls. Julie likes it. Just kind of coming across a little narrow. Probably could use a little more pace. Now, what's Rita gonna do? Have a look. Well, Rita's got this one. I could see the thought of playing this hand. You just need to avoid this bull here. So I think if you're playing on this hand, you're trying to find the bull that's right here. You're just trying to come underneath that bull because you don't want to mess with anything in front here. It probably doesn't look very good on the other hand. That's why she's avoiding it. Just trying to find that bull, which is not far away. Looks really good. It's really well done. Probably two there. Very nice bull there by Rita. Kind of puts Kachi up against it. And she does have this bull, and this bull is her own, so she play this hand positively. She could just go for the full weighted shot drive and try and plow everything and see if she can get the jack to squirt out. And that's definitely an option. She needs to really get some action on this head here, given she's a couple down. Yeah, looked a little more like draw weight. So I don't know if she was in between thoughts, but it was definitely really good draw weight. Seems like a tough draw to try and get between those two bulls, but at that weight it would have been interesting. Rita could just play again. At the end, I think she's trying to target this bull that's right here and just trying to get underneath it. Basically the same thing she just did. Yeah, just kind of came underneath everything. Got a little fortunate that she didn't have anything happen. All right, Kutch's going to try it again. It's good to see that Lisa's forgot completely about the cameras. Katya trying. Oh, she got one out. Great shot there. Don't know if she got shot out of it, but she definitely hit with the bull. But she got one out and cut it to one, so it'll be one for Rita and Lisa. So they get their fourth end in a row and take the lead 11-10 with 4 ends to go. Alright, 4 hens left. Again, big thank you to Arrow Bowls USA. Arrow Bowls, same line every time. Thank you to Arrow Bowls for letting us use their tent, their sponsorship this season. Thank you, Arrow Bowls. And to help with the thank you, please, you can drop us a subscription. We have the goal, we're just shy of 500. We're looking to try and double that this year, see if we can get to 1,000 subscriptions. So if you're enjoying the broadcast and you haven't subscribed already, please consider it. We'd very much appreciate it. And if you turn on notifications, then we're not going to spam you. You'll just get a notification when we post something on our channel. So in addition to the live broadcast, we also have our How channel. We have a couple up there about greens maintenance, and we have some sample head readings that Gary and I have done. One introduction video, and currently 14 different heads that you can look at. Try and decide what it is that you would do and kind of match wits with me. If you're so inclined, those are up on the Southwest Division YouTube channel. You're watching this. We're trying to post one every Thursday, and I know we've got 3 more in the can. Gary goes through the effort of, I just blather on for a little bit, and then Gary goes through the work of editing all those, and getting them in play. So, hope you're enjoying those. All right. Got a little bit longer. We're close to 2 meter mark, and Lisa with a pretty nice bowl, great weight, maybe a foot short at most, probably more like 6 inches. And now Julie's first. Just a little short there, maybe 4 or 5 feet there. Great line though. It says handles his harm very well. Got a nice smooth delivery with it. I haven't seen too many hiccups or see the ball bounce or twist out of her hand. I haven't seen that once. That's what I'm fighting. Very good adjustment here by Lisa. Yeah, pretty good. Just a little overcooked it. Not too bad. Just a yard through. Pretty good ball. Julie second. Just looking to add the 5 feet. Let's see, a good thought would be add 2 yards. That should put it right behind and in a nice position and in for shot. This is very well done here. Great correction. Beautiful ball by Julie. Very, very nice. Well, it's Lisa again. Going to stick with the same hand. Just try and see if she can get a piece of the head. Same bowl wouldn't be bad. Just came across, took a little pace off of it, I think. I think if that line would have been good if she would have kept that pace of the last bowl, but she just kind of a little overcorrection. It is going to force Julie onto the other hand here, because that one's kind of right in her way. All right, Julie again. Slid it right between. Whew. Little dicey there. Can you see our little scoring widget? So you can see all the matches, all these matches, pairs and triples, 14 ends, so you get an idea of all the scores that are happening across the green here. The Steve and Gary special, with Kelly doing the work of walking up and down and getting all the scores, updating it on his travel pad. That's our new invention by the guys for this season. All right, here's Rita's first. Down 1 in the head. Trying to jack her bowl shot here. Very heavy, trying to split between the two, which he did, and just hit the bowl. It just kind of ticked it over. I think you'll see Coutee just on the draw here on this hand. Main thing is she doesn't want to put it into this zone here. She doesn't want to flick the jack. Better to stay high and target the bull. Don't want to be heavy and narrow in this situation and turn it over. Pretty good. She's going to get away with it. Yeah, great position. Ended up with great position there. Probably a second one in the count. Wouldn't have done her much damage even if she did hit the jack with that. Now here's Rita's. See if she's on the drive here or a little more to the draw. Oh, got a little edge. Well, bing, bang, boom. A little bit lucky. Got a couple caroms there. Jack movement, probably a holding one now. Yeah, we had a little jack movement. Steve's going to adjust the camera here. Might be two. Looking like it could be two here. Room for Coutee to draw, but I think based on the angle, it's 1 and 2 there. Looks like it. I'm not sure about this one here. Coutee just wants to slide past that one. There's room to draw. Anything within a couple feet should be good. Oh, wow. Just heck with the draw. I'm just going to put Jack in the ditch. So now Rita's going to try and see if she can draw in. Pretty good effort here. Really good effort here. Nearly. I'm just not sure where the jack is in relation to it. So and we have no camera angle. So they're going to have a look-see. Pretty good. Good shot by both these ladies. A great drive for Katya. And she's holding, I think she's holding one. One more to come for Katya. So she's looking at what to do here. So great drive here that she had. Just a nice weighted shot to put the jack in the ditch. But Rita with a beautiful draw to put her in a close second. I'm actually going to walk out here and see if I could see. Can't quite tell where the jack is in relation to it. I think Katya might be trying to just kind of see if she can chop lie these bulls here. See if she can push that bull into the ditch and then sit for a second. I don't think she can lose the shot based on where it was kind of good for Rita to put one in close. This is the last bull of the end here. I think she's just trying to do a chop ply on that bull close. And just kind of sailed on through. But she made the hard shot, so should be one for Katya and Julie. Tie it up 11. Great match here. 11-11 after 11. 3 ends to go. So and Julie's kind of going a little on the shorter side here. So I think I have lost my telestrator ability. It's back now, apparently. Gary has fixed it. I thought the juice was loose. Alright, here's Julie's first. A little bit of a shorter distance now. I can see fine. Alright. Pretty good opener there. Pretty good opener there by Julie. Lisa, a little heavy. A few yards through. And that's one of the things that I've kind of found with the arm release myself is trying to kind of dial in the distance, and pretty good to make adjustments with it, as we've seen Lisa do. And it's sometimes a little difficult to try and find it, especially when you're trying a new distance. At least that's what I've found. Yeah, another good ball here by Julie. Two solid balls in the head. Lisa's needs to make an adjustment here. So she's got here a pretty good effort here. Wow, great adjustment. Great adjustment by Lisa Coutee. Very, very well done to take a shot. Yeah, 11-11 after 11. 3 ends to go in this match. Seen some great bowling by all four of these ladies. Julie again just kind of got off her line a little bit. Again, when somebody seems to get one close, then it kind of puts a little pressure on others and kind of tend to get a little off your game here. And Lisa just wanted to try it again. No fear. The tendency will probably be for her to be a little too heavy here. Yeah. She managed to hit that other bowl, so put another one in the head, a little short. Right, 2.5 ends to go. Tie stand. Alright. There's Katya. I think she's probably eyeballing a jack or bull shot here, just trying to be like a yard through. If she can help it. She can have that control to try and just kind of come through on this hand. See if she can hit the bull or the jack would be great. Yeah, good weight there. Like that weight. Nothing wrong with that. It just kind of sailed around. Make the adjustment next time. Alright, here's Rita. She's come up short. Really needed to get another one in the head. She could have been okay to come around behind and play the other hand here. Would have been okay. Katya's going to try again. Oh, good shot by Katya. Well done. Great shot. Just played the jack or bull shot to perfection. Just a small adjustment. See, she kept the same weight. You see both her bowls there. So she kept the same weight, and she hit the jack and just made the correction on her line. She just corrected one thing. I'm just going to correct my line and see if I get a piece. Got a little unlucky that she didn't stay with it completely to pitch it out the side. So and then made it 2 because she had that. Now Rita with a nice correction to just draw within, needed to cut it down at the very least and managed to draw a shot out of it by putting within a couple feet herself and put the pressure right back on Katya. Starting to see a few of these games. I mean, this has been a close game. Obviously, it's tied. It's 11-11 after 11. So, there's been some interesting heads, and people are not super familiar with playing with each other. So, rather than just knowing what each other thinks, because it's not like it's pairs, is with these 5 women teams. So we've seen about half the games, I think, conservatively have finished already. Well, this one's got 2 1/4 ends to go. And now we've officially lost Telestrator. That's okay, Gary. It's a good tool. Just kind of ran out of battery. We need like a little booster. All right, here's Katya just trying to, I think, just the draw. She got 2 options. She really could, I think the draw might be the best play. I don't know how she could see it, unless she could see get rid of that ball completely. Then she'd be sitting 2 if she could get rid of the ball. But I think she's going to be on the draw here. Oh, just a little narrow. I think she needed another yard. I think another yard would have slipped right around it and got in there. That's a fine line sometimes in this game. Now the question is, Rita can just draw within, in a yard and get another point here. You really need these free throws when you get the opportunity, especially when you just have to do the same thing you just did. Really nothing in her way. If anything, she could take a little more grass to make sure she slips around the front bowls. Not a lot more, just a little more. I think she's done it. Looks like she's done it. It's hard for me to believe there's anything other than 2. Yep, it's 2. Again, Rita and Lisa retake the lead. Now it's 13-11. They're up 2 with 2 ends to go. And they've got outscored after being down 10-6 after 6 ends. They now outscored 7-1 over the next 6 ends to have a 13-11 lead. So 2 ends to go on this day. Kind of back to going near end to end here. This has been the length that Lisa and Rita have been consistently playing. See if this is going to stay. Yep. Yep, Lisa got it to stay. She's about 5 feet behind. Just about a foot from going in the ditch. Not a bad opener. And Julie. Ladies have got, after this, they got 5 more balls each in this match. Great ball by Julie. So 5 more balls each for these 2 ladies. Lisa's trying to wave it down and didn't really need to. It's in a really good spot. Good, beautiful ball there. All right. Julie again. I think she wants to try and do something Similar here. You just get another bowl in the head. Yeah, and she's done that. Very good. All right, this is last. Pretty close here. Oh, no, wow. Very nicely done. Kind of tipped on the jack and floated around behind it. I think she's holding. Wonder if Coutee's going to have her switch over. It looks like she is. I think she's probably down one. I don't think Coutee would have her switch if she wasn't down, but could be wrong. But right, here's Julie. Wants to be nice and positive here. That's what the call is. Trying to come all the way up and through. But had very good weight, just a little narrow. It kind of happens when you switch hands. You kind of get off the line. But so Rita and Lisa really could use this end. I mean, you're 2 up with 2 to go. There's a big end in the match here, especially in the front end did very well. Just really made 4 very, very good bowls and 2 other bowls that are still useful. Here's Rita, I think, wanting to try and face out Julie's bowl. Now, what a shot. Beautifully done. Beautifully done. Exactly what you wanted. Kind of come into that bowl, face it out, and then she got the bonus of coming off of it, picking up the jack, and then just dragging it to her others for 3. Great shot there. Really putting Coutee to the screws here. I wouldn't be surprised if Coutee just had a go. She's got down 3, got 2 fourths. Yeah, this has got a lot of pace on it, so she's definitely trying to get a piece of this and try and dislodge something from this head. Just a little narrow. Didn't cost her anything, though, and actually got a little better position out of it with that bowl. A little fortunate. Well, Rita, I think holding 3, and she does have already best back here. She's got options of what she could do. The main thing is I think she just doesn't want to be short. That's the main thing. And just pick a spot of where it is you want. She can match one in the back here. That would probably be good. Just matching that one behind. It's no problem. She can come off to the wing. That's okay. I just think she doesn't want to be short. Because you're short, then you give your opponent kind of a wing bowl here. Alright, well, Coutee's still got options as to what to do. She did kind of put one in there somewhat in the way, but all it's doing is just kind of telling Coutee which way she's going to go. And Coutee could easily get around that bowl and just be an overweight. She could even hit that bowl and drive it into the pile and dislodge everything if she wants to. Alright, it's away. She's coming on the same hand, trying to bend it around. Yep, got it. Beautifully done. Beautifully done by Coutee Spangler-Moore. Right on the button. Again, that's why I think Rita would have been good to kind of put one out on the wings, something behind or on the side to kind of protect against that. Then now she's down one. Doesn't really have a feel for how it is, but actually she's down maybe more than one here. Oh, I think it is one. Looks like one. All right, now Rita's trying to dislodge that bull now, and she's not far away. Oh, just missed. All right. Well, Coutee really, that was huge. They were down three. I mean, that's basically a match-saving shot there, because they were looking at going three down. It would have been 16-11 going home, which with nothing else changing. So that was really turned things around. Now they're holding one, and she's got a chance for a free throw to tie this thing up. She can draw one within a couple feet here. They'll be all tied going home. All right, here we go. Just looking to draw one. Anything within a couple feet will get her another point. She definitely made that nice drive here. See if she can get the draw. She is trying very, very hard. Boy, if it's not in, it's close. I'm going to get the one out and then take a look here to see if Coutee managed to get a second in. And she's done it. Coutee did draw a second one in there. Great bowls. Two beautiful bowls to tie this thing 13-13 after 13. We'll go to the last end all tied. 3 bowls each left for the ladies. Just looking around to see what else is going on. We got one game, I think, with on the skips are going. So there's just maybe 3 bowls behind this game. I think one other game just finished. Another one just had the last bowl get delivered. Another game just finished as well. So we have 2 games just had their last bowl delivered. And there's one other game going on that's just finishing up their 13th end. They're on their last 2 bowls, I think. 2 or 3 bowls, and then this one. So by the time this game finishes, most of the results will be on the website. All right. First bowl, Julie, just a little behind. Again, the main thing is just to try and stay focused. If you're a lead here in this situation, hopefully you should know the rink pretty well. I should know the lines. It's a pretty consistent weight that they've been playing, so hopefully just kind of stick to your mechanics and just let the autopilot go here. Julie second. Doesn't want to do much different than her first. We'll pick up on the jack. Would be great. Wow. Just kind of flicked it to the side, back to her own. Still holding one. Or took it away from. It was maybe a measure before. Now it's for sure theirs. He's going to come over her forehand, probably trying to jack her bowl shot. Just wants to add a little pace here to it. She had a pretty good line. Just under this bowl would be great. Yeah, she got it. Again, great lead play. Both these ladies with great shots there. Alright, so Julie's going to switch over now, come to her backhand and try and play a jacker ball shot. I think the main thing is just make sure you have good weight. Even if you don't hit either one, at least if you're nice and positive through, it'll be helpful for the cause. Just barely missed the ball. Maybe a touch heavy is all for trying to execute it, but still a good effort. Good bowls in this match by Julie Buchanan. All right. There's Coutee. She's also had some good bowls. She's had both these ladies, all four of these ladies have played some great bowls here. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. All right, here's Lisa's last. Trying to kind of will it back in. Just a little heavy, but it'll keep things honest in the back. And they're done, and now we'll go to the skippers. So, great match for both of these leads. Ladies should be proud of themselves. Back to pressure on the multi-time national champion, current U.S. Open pairs champion. I think the ladies have totally forgotten about the cameras, so maybe you guys can switch over to the alternate to get a shot of the head here. All right, Katya trying again to get the jack or the bowl. And Gary's going to get the manual cattle prod out. All right, well, bad by Katya. I mean, just think a little short and narrow than what you wanted. I think she's trying to just kind of get a nice little overdraw going. Rita could use a second here in the head. Doesn't want to be too crazy. Her other option is to play in her forehand and kind of put one in the back right to kind of protect against, put in a catcher, because she doesn't really have one right now. So, and you can't do everything. Yeah, pretty good spot there. Kind of catches it in case they flick the jack on that direction. Well, Katya, I think that's a little bit more of each. She's looking at it. I just kind of got hung up in front. Oh, promoted their own, though. I don't know if that was necessarily the plan, but that was plan K for Katya there. Hitting the two combos in front and rolling that one all the way in for shot. That wasn't plan A, but it could be plan K. All right, so now it's Katya and Julie holding one in this tie match. Last hit, Rita needed to try and get shot somehow by pushing that ball out if she can. Yeah, just come a little short and narrow here. All right, one ball left for the ladies, and then this one will be done. Get her thank yous out now while they're talking. Thanks to Steve Nermontes and Gary Barnes for all their work in getting everything set up technically. We have Gary Hiltunen, who's helped us with setup. Sheeta Conti and Joe Nermontes also helped us with setup, even though they ended up playing today. And then we have Kelly Warren, who's been wandering the greens and giving you the updates on all the scores of the matches that are going on with our new widget that Steve and Gary created. And I've been Scott Roberts with the commentary. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have, again, consider subscribing. Costs you nothing and helps us out tremendously. Here's Katya's last, hole in one. There's a case to be made for playing it into the back left, but she's opted for just kind of like another draw and putting one up into it. The main thing is she just didn't want to turn it over and kind of make it harder for them. So, all right, it's going to all come down to Rita's last bowl, and she really kind of needs to either get that bowl out or flick on the jack, or then Katya basically closed the window trying to come on her backhand. So here we go, last bowl. Rita trying on her forehand here. Needs to get a promotion on this. No, didn't quite do it. So 1 point for at the end for Katya and Julie. Great match. They get 3 points in the last 2 ends to go from 2 down to 1 up and win this one. So we hope you enjoyed this broadcast at the 2026 Cal 5s. Again, for Gary and Steve and Kelly, I've been Scott Roberts. Thank you all for joining us. We will see you in late April for the U.S. Open. Bye-bye.